Hi, Justin. Um, I wanted to mention that I also wrote this in the written feedback, but I noticed that you only tried one of the prompts this week. And in case that was because you didn't feel like you had time before deadline, I am giving students the opportunity to submit poems through end of day on Sunday. So if you have a chance this weekend and you'd like to attempt the second prompt, I won't be giving you detailed feedback on it, but I will absolutely give you credit for trying it out if you'd like to. Um, I really like your I am from poem. Your questions, how can I use better descriptions and do I paint a clear picture? Those are pretty broad. What we're looking for with our questions after our poems are really specific questions that would kind of help to guide your writing group and me as your teacher to give you feedback that's particularly useful for you. So it's kind of a way that I'm trying to encourage discussion about our poems. But since we can't all be in the same room together, since this is a class that's given online, it gives us a chance to ask for what we need, right? So moving forward, just to think about that, like, okay, so these readers who are reading my work, what is it that I'm struggling with that they might be able to help with? What is it that I'm not sure if it's making sense and I want to ask them if it's making sense? And other sort of very specific details. I imagine that you'll get some better examples of those questions from members of your writing group. You can see their questions and kind of think about which are the ones that are feel more useful to respond to as a reader of their work, and that'll help you shape your questions in the future too. Um, Having said all that, I think your poem is gorgeous. I think it's really interesting. I think the um, the details that you're including here paint a really interesting picture of your life and the details of the life that you want to share with your readers. In particular, the phrases that you chose. So the world consists of wolves, sheep, and sheepdogs, and I ain't raising no wolf. I think that is so telling, right, of the kind of family you come from. Um, it's really interesting. I also think the idea of making every time a good time and including then and it's easier with whiskey is like there's a little bit of humor in that, but there's also a little bit of wry humor in it. So I love that you don't just say, I'm from Arizona sunsets, but you say purple Arizona sunsets. So the way that you're describing things in your poem, the smell of the monsoon rain, which is so particular to those of us who live in the desert and live with monsoons, right? That creosote kind of metallic tasting smell, if you will. I think your descriptions are lovely. So asking if you could use better descriptions, I mean, we can all be better, right? But I think the descriptions that you include in here are really gorgeous. So thank you so much, Justin, for submitting this work, and I'm really excited to read more of your work in the weeks to come. Please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions about the course or any of our writing prompts.